Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Swordhaven. We've finally arrived at the small town of Grainhold, where we need to book passage on the ferry to cross the river and make our way to the city of Swordhaven. Now, there's quite a lot we can do in the vicinity, however, since new companions are added to the party with seemingly a set amount of experience points, or rather a set amount of experience points within a certain floating range, I know there's one we would like to pick up in the city of Swordhaven who I believe joins us at about 4th level. It'll be some time before we hit 4th level, but not necessarily very much. And Lyris has only just hit 3rd, so we don't really want that person to be left behind too much. That being said, we've arrived in the town of Grainhold, and we've heard there have been a murder or two recently, and that cannot be good.
Nice and smooth.
Additionally, our knightly companion is injured and in need of a good night's rest. There is an inn nearby we will be utilising, however. Let's go say hello to this fellow as we continue our exploration of the village. Nulki squeezes the haft of his axe tightly.
Thought you'd sneak up on an old Nulki, eh? Fat chance. You're not one of them, right?
What do you mean by them?
Yeah, them hairy legs.
What do you mean by hairy legs?
Yes, sir, and I'm not talking about just any old pair of hairy legs. No, I'm talking about the hairy legs.
Well, I'm not one of them, whatever they are.
Well, that's good.
He relaxes.
Actually, you look nothing like those fiends, but one can never be too careful.
Right, speaking of legs, I saw a giant footprint in the fields outside town. A few of the locals have suggested you might know something about that.
Dragon's lambkin, yes! He grabs you by both shoulders. It's those awful wild beasts. They're out to get me, just like they did my pa and my daughter Nessa.
Whoa, slow down a minute. What are these beasts you speak of?
The hairy legs, of course. Despicable monsters. My grandfather crossed their low-down, stinking selves, and now they've launched a vendetta against our family.
Why? What on earth did he do to them?
My grandfather was a conscript in the Third Barbarian War, waged in the lands beyond the Western Mountains. One stormy night, while he took shelter in a cave, one of the hairy legs decided to attack him. With a swipe of his trusty sword, my old granddad beheaded the demon, snicker-snack.
Just like the Jabberwock, apparently.
But standing over a steaming corpse, he saw that his enemy travelled with 2 tiny cubs, crying in fear, much as any human babe would. My grandfather was moved to spare the beasties. To our misfortune, for those 2 hairy legs later swore everlasting vengeance on his descendants.
And what is the proof of this?
'Twas my own ma's words. She told me the whole story after those hairy vermin took pa from us.
Oh, so what happened to your father?
I was but a wee tot when my pa disappeared while riding his cart down Cutthroat Trail.
I mean, the name of the road doesn't exactly suggest it's a safe location.
Some said he'd been waylaid by robbers. Others that he walked away with some Swordhaven doxy. But I know the truth. The beastmen took him.
And what did they do to your daughter?
Tears well up in the man's eyes. My poor culver Nessa was snatched from my own field, where I suspect she was waiting for a date with a barbarian lad she fancied. And to think I forbade them from seeing each other. Now I'd even bless them to marry so long as my girl would return back alive and safe.
Sounds to me like perhaps your daughter did run away with that native, and your father was most likely slain by highwaymen.
I know it's how it sounds, but you must believe me. He locks eyes with you. They've both been captured by those fiends. I'm sure of it.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss in any case.
Ah, he sighs at length. Believe it or not, you're the first person who didn't call me crazy outright. So, could you perhaps help me out?
Well, your tale was pretty touching.
Please, good woman, you're my only hope.
It does sound a bit familiar. Nolki turns on the sad puppy dog eyes, which is quite impressive at his age. Oh, very well. What do you need me to do?
Thank you. The only things keeping my house safe from the creatures are the blessed amulets I bought from Isurgilain, the barbarian shaman.
Oh no, it's Lain,
the barbarian shaman. Yet when I begged the bailiff to purchase those things for the whole village, he brushed me off as though I were a nit. You must convince him that the menace is real, and Isurgilain's amulets are our sole line of defence. The bailiff's house is over there.
He points the way. It's up the road and to the left.
Help me and I'll get you a protective amulet of your very own.
Why does the whole village need protective charms if the hairy legs are only after your family?
I am protected for the time being. They can't get to me. I am protected, so for the time being they can't get to me. But what's stopping them vengeful bastards from terrorising the other villagers just to spite me? I've already lost everything I loved. I don't want the same fate to befall my neighbours.
Well, alright, what can you tell me about this shaman?
That fella is a blessing, and not even in disguise. When he heard I'd barricaded my home against the hairy-legged threat, he offered his warding magics for nothing, except a small portion of my harvest.
I see. Nolki points to a painted bamboo wood chime weighted with a tiny pouch hanging from the entrance of his abode.
I've been recharging these amulets with bits of blessed bog iron and holy salt since then, and lo, no hairy leg has dared set his mangy foot inside my home. If only I'd met Isurgilain sooner, I'd have made Nessa carry one of his charms with her, but...
He lowers his gaze. All right, I think I understand.
Good. I never expected anything less. Now off you go.
Dragon, help me.
May the dragon and his godly court guide and protect you indeed.
Well, Nolki, that was an interesting tale and one we shall definitely look into. Bearing in mind that so far the supernatural manifestations we've come across have been fairly minor. And it would be very easy to gain an impression that this is a fairly mundane fantasy setting. Oh, and we get a little field here, okay. Now, for some really obscure reason, we might want to go have a look inside this door.
It's locked.
And it's locked. And Nolki is watching, so we probably shouldn't try being very sneaky. Oh, actually, he's looking the other way. Shit.
Stop it! I'm warning you!
Sneaky.
Alright. We may just have to wait for him to go to bed or something. Or, and this is really sneaky. Okay, wait. Will he turn around again? He does turn around very quickly. It's very hard to get in a window of opportunity, but it is possible to have someone walk around and speak to him and create a distraction. For now, though, I think we'll just stop sneaking. Also, I got some quest notifications I can clear. Can probably do those off camera, honestly.
Yes, friend?
Okay.
For now, let's just continue exploring around town. Now here's a lovely lady. A melange of aromas, parsley, sage, rosemary and thyme pokes you in the nose as you approach the peasant woman, and she's probably been to Scarborough Fair. Hail, newcomer. May I interest you in my high-quality remedies and poultices? Ah. Where can one learn the herbalist art? Experience is the best teacher. My mother, a sorceress, taught me to identify different herbs. Your best bet would be to find someone who does it for a living, she thinks. Someone like me. The stars have spoken. I can teach you some of what I know, but not for free, I'm afraid. No, a toll must be paid. 36 dinars. What say you, oh potential apprentice of mine? 36? Why that exact amount? Because it's 12 plus 12 plus 12. You know what I mean. Look, it's 6 sixes, which is even better, but okay. Here you are. It's 36 dinars. Now teach me about herbs. Thank you. Please take a seat and open your mind for learning. Gwyneth of the Lakes tries to absorb as much knowledge as she can with an intellect of 6. The art of harvesting and preparing herbs is more complicated than you thought. You missed some of the details, but still picked up a few useful tips, like how to distinguish poisonous wolfberries from edible snapper driplets. We gained 3 points in medicine, and the party's got 16 experience points, which is all great. Well, I never knew that. Thank you, lady. Well, now you do. Anyway, that's it. Lesson finished. Alright, well, let's see your wares. I've got just the thing to ease your aches and pains. Oh dear. And she does have bandages. For about 30, we could fix that wounded condition, or we could just rest overnight in the inn, which is probably cheaper. We could, however, get a new mortar and pestle, which would not be cheap, but presumably very worthwhile. Let's hold off for now. Thank you for your patronage. We'll nod and oh wait, what can you tell me about this trinket, Xanthor's amulet? She leans close to scrutinize the amulet, but takes care not to touch it. I sense that this object is both alive and unalive. How queer. I say hold on to it for now, at least, until you find someone else to hold it for you. Alright, well, I'll leave her be for now. Come again, and I'm sure we will. For now, it's very early in the morning and still quite dark on account of that. Let's ignore this dwelling off to the right here for the moment and head this way instead to speak to this charming individual. The man before you is stern of countenance, grey-haired and neatly dressed. A light breeze ruffles the tips of his impressive moustache as he turns his penetrating gaze upon you. Good day. Let's get this out of the way. Here in Grainhold we like peace and order. If that doesn't tickle your fancy, you best start packing. And who might you be? I'm Mendog the Bailiff. He's not a bounty hunter, he's a bailiff. But look at that moustache, come on. Well, sir, peace and order are exactly what I'm looking for. Good. May I ask your name? Certainly, I'm Sister Gwyneth of the Lakes, priestess of the dragon. Welcome to Grainhold, Gwyneth of the Lakes. Look around, visit the local craftsman and try the mashed peas with bacon at the inn.
It's not to be missed.
What's the deal with those two?
If you're that interested, those fellas over there are waiting to be hanged for murder.
Whoa, who did they murder?
He pauses. Well, allegedly it was them. The victim was Fireman, farmhand of our late headsman's widows. A good lad, if a bit of a daydreamer. He shakes his head. He sure didn't deserve such a brutal send-off.
You said allegedly, meaning you're not certain these men are the culprits.
He nods. The evidence is questionable at best. But it's all I've got. It's hard to conduct a proper investigation with so few hands on deck.
Well, we can turn into a right Brother Cadfael or Sherlock Holmes and investigate this. Not quite a Poirot. I don't think we have the ability to gather all the suspects together and accuse each of them one at a time until we eventually get to the one we know did it. Although, I think in most cases we can be like Columbo and go away and keep coming back for just one more question. Who are the accused?
A travelling musician, stars himself Erez the Troubadour, and a barbarian named Kedarain. Erez doesn't strike me as the type to murder someone in cold blood. The barbarian's a different matter, but I gotta admit, something tells me it wasn't him. Call it professional intuition if you like.
And who are your witnesses?
One's a local, the other an out-of-towner. Both of them sketchy as Fex's beard.
Well, maybe I could help you get to the bottom of this.
You?
He thinks it over before waving vaguely.
Whatever. No harm in trying.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not going to demand a payment. I'll get one if it need be.
I don't think that's the best idea, but hey, give it a whirl. Despite what the townsfolk like to yatter, I'm not the only one to hang people. I'm not one to hang people on flimsy proof. He's no Judge Jeffreys.
Okay, so Judge Jeffreys was in the, 1700s or 1800s? He was known as the hanging judge because he had a very, very high conviction rate and kept sentencing people to execution rather than lesser punishments.
Our first witness is Orzka. He lives close to the North Gate. Orzka swears he spotted this barbarian, Kedarain, leave the village with firemen at noon on the same day the lad was gutted. The second is Strazd, the minstrel. He's holed up at the inn. He gave me Erez the Troubadour's hat. That's the second suspect. It had blood on it, and Erez was also out all day when the murder went down.
If that's your evidence, I'm not surprised you're hesitant at the sentence.
You're still here? If you decided to help out, talk to Orzka and Strazd. It'd make sense to question the other villagers too.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, I was attacked by a gang of slavers not far from this very village. You'll relate your encounter with a posse of convict hunters and their masked leader. The bailiff frowns as you describe the unpleasant experience.
Aye, I've heard about those rogues. They waylay people in the wilderness, mainly foreigners and barbarians. Folks say they got connections in Swordhaven. Regardless, I've only got 8 people and they're just local farm lads. There's no way we could tackle a gang of hard asses like them.
Well, unfortunately I do understand. These lands are dangerous.
Afraid so. Nova Draconia's thick with brigands, ill-natured drunks and reprobates of every stripe, and all I have is a handful of village boys with clubs and mean dispositions. He looks away. I'm sorry.
Hey, I wanted to run something by you. What do you think about buying magical talismans to protect the village? Like, a whole lot of them.
Dealing in magical artifacts is illegal, you should know that.
Oh, well, I mean... Please, Master Bailiff, it's, no, I meant protective charms and whatnot.
This is Nulki's doing, right? That fellow's been hounding me about talismans for quite a spell now.
Yeah, it was him.
Mm-hmm. I thought. Let me tell you something. That fella's attic is more than a mile cluttered ever since his daughter ran off with some barbarian scallywag.
I don't think he means his attic, I think he means his brain.
I sympathise, I really do, but that ain't no reason to squander Greynold's treasury on a bunch of phony charms. Nulki may have lost his mind, but I haven't. Not yet, anyway.
Well, what should I tell him then?
Tell him I said no.
But I saw a giant footprint outside the village.
Right, I'm sure that's Nulki's work as well. He must have left it there just to tempt us into buying his wild ramblings. Now go. I don't have much patience for pointless chatter.
All right. Mendog nods goodbye and begins thoughtfully twisting the tips of his moustache. Let's question the culprits.
I'm on it.
Well, the prisoners. This fellow, clearly dressed to impress the local dirt farmers. Now his garb looks a tad less dapper and his mane much more dire. I saw you talking to the bailiff. Please tell me there's still hope. There's always hope. Fear not. By Warder, if you manage to save my neck, I swear I'll find a way to repay you. Well, that depends. Are you the killer? No. People are saying, ooh, no one saw you the whole day that it happened. Well, of course, bloody not. I was drinking the night before with that worm Strazd of all people, then slept it off in my room. And don't get me started about the hat thing. Strazd must have painted it with something. He clenches his fists. I should have guessed that pompous rapscallion still hated me. Wait, why does he hate you? Long story short, because I'm better than he is. Better at music, better at selecting instruments, better at negotiating contracts. Shit. I'm even better with the ladies, if you know what I mean. And, what do you know about the murder victim? Never heard of him before. Didn't have any problem with him. Nothing. Right, and what about the other prisoner? First time I've ever seen him. He whispers. To be frank, the man's a total boor. He just sits there without saying a word. Can't even have a regular conversation. Got it. Well, be seeing you. The troubadour's gaze follows you, hopefully. Let's speak to the other individual. Kedarayin meets your eye, but says nothing. You seem rather composed for a murderer.
I have blood on my hands, but I didn't kill that boy.
All right. Well, we'll see about that. Do you have any idea who did?
Probably some violent drifter, he shrugs, or anyone who takes pleasure in killing.
Did you know the victim?
No.
What were you doing in the village then?
Minding my own business.
Well, raise an eyebrow.
I am a trapper. Spider oil, colourful feathers, warm furs. Grainhold is a good place to rest before my trek back to the mountains.
And what can you tell me about him? Erez.
He likes the sound of his own voice a bit too much.
The musician rolls his eyes. Not once does Kedarayin look in his direction.
Whines and whines like a mosquito.
Well, we'll take our leave. You can't help but notice a glint of optimism in the native's eyes as he watches you walk away. Now, these two gentlemen are both potential companions who can join our party if we manage to prove their innocence in the murder investigation. They also hate each other, and only one can join the party. We cannot have both of them. Now, Erez is a troubadour, a minstrel, a man of charm and sophistication. However, here's a problem. The main character has to do all of the talking to NPCs. And the companion characters do not have certain skills. Persuasion, intimidation, bluff, and something else are all exclusive to the main character. Let's see, stealth, lockpicking, pickpocketing, craft medicine, stealth, lockpicking, it's not outdoors, it's haggling. That's the other skill. So, since Erez seems to be focused heavily in, he's a character who might be good at social skills, but he's not going to get to use them because we're going to have to do it all.
Nice
and Kedarain is another warrior. Now, the character who is waiting for us in the city of Swordhaven is more of a sort of back to mid-rank support character than a frontliner. And it would be nice to maybe have Kedarain as a frontliner to work with our knight, Sir Gintar. So for now, we have a murder investigation. Oh yeah, that's Ojka, by the way. We'll go talk to him in a bit. But we have a murder investigation to continue. Oh, wait, you know what we should do? Because we've found the site of the murder. Let's ask Mendog the Bounty Hunter if we can investigate the crime scene. Where the hell's he gone? Oh, that's not good. He gone in his house? Okay. Maybe he has. Because then we could pop up to here, ask the deputy to let us in, and search for the crime scene. Ah, there he is. The magistrate hooks his thumbs in his ornately embossed belt. Aye. Greetings. Since you're the bailiff, can I ask you a few questions? I appreciate your curiosity, but some matters are best left unspoken. Fine, we'll just shrug and walk away. Mendog nods goodbye and begins thoughtfully twisting the tips of his moustache.
Fine, I'll do it.
Okay, well, it was worth a try. Perhaps we can go speak to the bailiff there and let him know that we're helping investigate the murder. We should, however, come back to Nulki and let him know the bailiff said no, and has denied his request. Actually, why don't we do this?
Yes. Still here. Let's roll.
You love keep hiding.
Huh?
Right. Now. Hang on. Oh no, he is still talking to us. Okay. And over here, please. Nulki bows awkwardly. Did you see something strange when... I forget I asked. Just so you know, the bailiff refuses to believe you. As I expected, damn it. All right, there's another way to prove my honesty. I'll remove the protective charms and you can stay the night in my house. That way, when those foul hairy legs come a knocking, we'll kill them dead. Look, fine, just leave the charms where they are until I return. I'm sure that no foul fairies, goblins, or even chaos monsters stand a chance against us if we work together. We'll nod and walk away. Meanwhile,
Tiptoe, tiptoe.
let's hope he doesn't turn round.
Told ya, I could.
Okay, get in there, lady.
Quiet life.
Now, in here, there is this. What could this be? Nulki insists that we spend time in there. Sure, but there's something here that looks highly suspicious. Let's just Stop sneaking.
Quickly now.
The man looks up at you. Beware the hairy legs! Look, this charade has gone on long enough. We've seen the big wooden foot you have hidden away in your shed. The giant footprint was your doing, wasn't it? Nulki doesn't even flinch. So you caught me red-handed, eh? Bah! I made the footprint, sure, but only to open everyone's eyes to the hairy legs menace, which is very real. Well, let's see what we got here. As Menyo said to the 12-eyed fox, fool me once and I shall laugh aloud, fool me twice and it's off with your head. Yeah, right, you and your shaman buddy did it to calm the rest of the village. You know, even if your intentions were pure, dishonesty is never welcome. Sure, we'll go with that. Wait, perhaps I was wrong to deceive my neighbours. But at least let me prove that my intentions were pure. The hairy legs are real. Help me confront them like I asked, please. Nulki starts reciting. Well, hang on. We can still actually help him, can't we? Because I know we can still do it. It's just that may have messed it up. Sort of general ground on knowledge. Hang on. Okay, hang on. I think we have broken it. Bugger. Do we have an autosave? No. That is... Right. Okay. We'll just have to repeat this. Because I want to find the thing, but I don't want to mess it up. So, quick little recap. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Boop. Okay, here we go. And I didn't search out around his house. That's okay, I'll do that in a little bit. Because I don't want to break that particular side quest. Ask, pay, learn. All good. We'll look. Nothing yet, although that is very tempting. There's a reason I'm avoiding spending money at the moment, which is that we do need to hire a ferryman to cross the river. And we do have a decent amount of money at the moment, a very decent amount. Let's go see the bounty hunter. Mendog. Right. I'm not going to get all greedy. Right. We did mention this, indeed. Oh! Well, that was an annoying misclick. Pretend I didn't do that. Okay, he said no. Giant footprint, sure. No questions. Okay.
Nice and smooth.
Right. Okay, not a lot to learn there. And here we are. Right. And there we go.
Uh-huh.
So we'll come back to Nulki. Now the whole side quest of the Hairy Legs is an interesting one, and it makes me suspicious about something else in this village that I have not been able to fully explore yet. There's a little side track that bothers me significantly. Right. Can we... Yes. Did you see anything strange when... Nay, forget I asked. What do you know about Fimon's murder? I'm telling you, some dark force is behind that boy's murder. No man is that evil. Alright, I guess some are, but I still think it was a demon. Got it. Well, off I go then. The man sighs, eyes downcast. Let's continue exploring town and asking people about this murder. Now, to be completely transparent, of course, having played in early access while the game was in early access, I have pretty heavily explored the murder investigation. I know what we can expect to find out. However, this is supposed to be a nice fun playthrough for people to enjoy, so I'm not speedrunning, right? I'm exploring, and I will conduct the investigation as if it was fresh and new, right? There's this lady here who was speaking about her boy who's run off wherever she's got to. And goodness, she has got... Ah, there we go, right. Excuse me, good lady. The woman looks up, raising her hand to shield her eyes from the sun. She's slightly short and well-dressed, isn't she? Is there something you want to talk about? Care to answer a few general questions for me? Very well. What do you want to know? Can't we ask her name? I'm pretty sure. What can you tell me about yourself? I'm Renge, widow of Vaishelga, Grainhold's old headman. What's your name? It's... She smiles politely. Gwyneth of the Lakes. Oh, I like that name. Why don't you tell me about the village? I've seen the maps your kind carries around. Grainhold is but a speck on Nova Draconia's broad flanks. Yet even a tiny place like this can incur the gods' wrath. Take last year's flood, for example. Some fool nicked the ancient coin I left on Omre's shrine at Herbal Eve, and next thing you know, there's water up to here, gestures at her chin. The fields all turned to mud overnight. I hope that thief learned his lesson. Right. You heard any interesting rumours lately? Not anything good. There's been unexplained murders left and right and wild beasts attacking people. Then, too, whispers that the Northern Lords are planning for war and the barbarians swearing fealty to some warlord, Crimson Bear or Beard or something. Got it. Now let's change the subject. I don't know what else there is to talk about. Well, what do you know about Fimon's murderer, for starters? Not much, but enough to put one's hair up. Fimon was a farmhand in our family for quite some time, even back before my husband went to meet the dragon. She starts nervously massaging her neck on one side. He was an odd one, but certainly didn't deserve such a grisly end.
But what if it was my son in his place? No, it's best not to think about such things. Now we can ask what else she can tell us about, and she'll be like, I already told you. So, got it, then. Off I go. Goodbye. We could go into a house. Okay. I'm not going to do that yet. So, the old village headman is dead. Not headsman. Headsman would be an executioner. And I accidentally clicked on a chicken. Forget the chicken. Just walk around this little yard. Got some pigs here. Oh, what's this? Some kind of axe? And a big bag. Well, let's leave that. It doesn't belong to us. And it's within an enclosure, this woman's dwelling place. Let's take a meander outside town, because we do know a nearby blacksmith and his wife, an apprentice, who owe us some favours. They might be able to tell us a bit about the murder. That is, if they know anything at all about it. They are a bit outside town, so they may be a little removed from common gossip. But as we just explore around here outside the town walls, we find a dirty great big chest.
No.
And it's locked. And here I'm going to point out something. If we have the group selected and we go to open something, the person with the highest skill and ability to do so makes the attempt. Now, that wasn't available in early access. In early access, it was just...
stubborn little lock.
Really? You're failing that much?
Almost.
Huh. Oh, 51%. Okay, fine.
Next time.
Keep at it, girl.
I'm good.
You can do this. Previously, it used to just all go to the person who... It was the active party member, the active character, who would try. And you'd have to individually select party members. So Lyris can have some more bog iron arrows, some more crossbow bolts, and a monocular, which can be attached to a bow or crossbow. Requires 15 crafting to attach, increases chance to hit, and the weapon's range. There we go. Nice. I can't remember if we do it at a forge or workstation, or if it's just like right click and weapon in the inventory. I don't know. There's a box there. It doesn't belong to us. We're not going to try and open it. But we are going to get rid of that bit of fog of war in that field. And despite the amount of drinks I've had, I have a dry throat, which is not good, so it will affect my voice somewhat. But for now, hey, you know what? I said we'd clear out the eastern portion when we came back here. And here's Skirmont. The young lad greets you with a gap-toothed smile and a wave. Hello! So, what's new with you? I was thinking about how to be a better apprentice to master. If you really get into it, learning to smith might prove useful for someone who loves nature like I do. Know what? I'll ask him to teach me his craft. Come back in a day or so, maybe I'll have something interesting to show you. And that is an offer we should follow up on. What do you know about Fireman's murder, rather. I didn't hear any screams or anything, even though it was nearby. He sneezes, which sounds suspicious. He sighs, which sounds suspiciously like sneezing, but it really isn't. Hope poor fireman didn't suffer too much. I hope so too. Well, off I go. Right, be seeing you. So many fans of the prisoner here. Let's go see what Ligzd has to say. The blacksmith's wife drops what she's doing and plants her fists on her hips. You needing something? What do you know about Fireman's murder? It's an awful dirty deed. I know the roads are dangerous, but manslaughter's never happened so close to the village before. Pardon my muir Ormian, but the son of a fox who did it must pay for what he's done. Not only in this life, but in the next as well. Right, well, I'll be off then.
She nods and returns to her duties. Let's go see if her husband knows anything about this. The ironsmith wipes his hands on his apron and straightens from hunching over the forge. Hail and well met. What can I do for you? Why were you so worried about the tidiness of your smithy? Have you ever been to a proper smithy, like they have in Swordhaven? You could eat a three-course meal off their floors, use the tongs as utensils. That's the kind of professionalism we at Lecter and Associates strive for. Well, one of us does at least. We could say Lecter and Associates is a bit grand for a humble village smithy, isn't it? I haven't seen any competition of these parts. Why bother? Yeah, it's good to strive for something, I suppose. Godspeed, my good man. Yeah, that seems appropriate for a religious character of the dragon faith. Thanks, I appreciate that. Right, well, what do you know about Fireman's murder? An horrible tragedy for what that is. That's what that is. Oh, he shakes his head. Fellow was pure harmless. Well, that's all I know about it, he says, looking at you. Well, can I ask you a few more questions? Like, are you Lacta? He arches his back until it pops. Yeah, alright, but make it quick. I've got to catch up on these overdue orders. Well, what should I call you? My name is Lacta. I'd ask yours last, but I'd likely forget it anyway. Alright, well, tell me about the village. You mean Grainold? We got our name from the old mill. You probably saw it on your way here. Grain runs through our veins, so it does. You heard any good rumours lately? A barbarian horde is gathering in the west, and the northern lords and landed nobility are planning to lay siege to Swordhaven. That's what folks are saying anyway, and that's why the blacksmith in Clamreach is stockpiling weapons. A man who dabbles in arms sales might call that good news. But honestly, it's no reason to be cheerful. Yeah, you're right there. Let's change the subject. I really ought to be cleaning up, but why not? Well, let's see what you got for sale first. I've got a wide range of tools and weapons. Oh, I'm sure you'll find something to suit your needs. Apparently he burps a bit as well. Right, so we could buy some bog iron if we wanted to make some stuff. If we wait a few days, maybe he'll get some glue in. Do we have something suitable we can sell? Right, so we could part with some of these fine things. We could make a bog iron mace, but it wouldn't be much of an upgrade from this copper one. Perhaps we should wait until we have slightly better crafting skills. However, we can sell that pearl, this emerald. The gem that was one of the gems that was supposed to be special stacked with another, so they're probably just not that special and fancy. Let's give this to our master craftsman. Help lighten this load. We can go coins on that. We can't make many protective items without glue, and neither of the traders near town seem to have any of that. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now we are looking wealthy. It won't last. Azugan is my witness. My smithy is the best. Well, we'll take our leave for now. Come back soon. And we'll see you again at some point, Lacta. Certainly. At least he's a pretty tolerant fellow. He's not Lacta the intolerant. Too much? Nah, surely not. Right, now. What do we want to do in this area while conducting our murder investigation? Well, it's a bit early in the day to be heading to the pub. So we could go explore a bit more. You know what? Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. I don't fancy going down to the mill yet. I kind of do, but I fancy not. Yeah, let's not just now. If we stay relatively close to town. So, back in early access, what I did was this. I completed this area, pretty much. Then I went to Swordhaven and received a quest which took me far off into the wilderness. I completed that quest. I'd also done the ruins of Cressetwall. And when I say completed this area, I mean most of the quests in the area and the full map. In Swordhaven, I received a quest that took me away from the town. I went and completed that quest, which was quite lengthy and gained me a lot of experience points. Then I returned to the town and found the final companion, who joined the party with an experience total that strongly suggested to me that I should have added that companion to the party before going to complete the quest outside town. I can probably do most of the stuff here. I could possibly also go there. Yeah, sure. That's not a bad idea. But why don't I just explore near town for a bit? Alright? And remember that there are often traps in these fields for the dagger fangs. And those traps often have bait. So, going down to the mill and then wrapping up that side of the map is a pretty good exploration. It's a bit risky though. And maybe I should explore a little closer to town this early in the morning. Later in the afternoon, I can return to the inn, question the witnesses there, also question witness in town, but for now... Now, I'm going to wrap around and just clear a little map outside the town walls. So currently we have our two suspects, right? Erez does say that his hat may have been painted. An interesting claim, implying that he knows for certain there is no blood on it. This is a location we will want to explore at some point later, but for now we're heading outside the town gates. And, oh, look at this nice blue pretty flower. We'll pick that. And there's a path just outside the walls. I would like to explore this path. It's on a raised ridge by this forest. And, oh lovely, another blue flower for us. You know what, I should also speak to the ferryman. Find out how much it's going to cost me to cross. And I'll let you know something. It ain't going to be cheap. What have we dug up? Hopefully some time will have passed from that digging. We have dug up a chest.
It's locked.
A locked chest, unsurprisingly. Okay, Lewis, what do you got?
All done.
Nice to know it. Ooh, a bone cuirass. Terrible quality, by the way. And a bone statuette. Well, let's have her pick those up, because she can carry heavy gear. And we'll look at it. 6 damage threshold, 7 bleed resistance, 7 piercing resistance, -1 dodge chance. Okay, so ooh. I think I know what we're going to do with this. We're going to hold on to it for now. It's not that great. But if we complete the murder investigation and add one of the 2 suspects to our party, they will be needing some equipment. And one of them is of barbaric heritage. So it would be rather fitting. Now, we do want to explore that end of town just to fill in a few blanks on the map. For now, though, we do still have plenty of time to explore. Oh, and there's a well in town as well, isn't there? Because it's a town. We are doing pretty good for experience, mind you. So, sure. And if we're going to be exploring, why not fill the gap between these roads with a little field knowledge?
I'm on it. Shiny.
Oh, we got a trap. And some extra rations, which will help camping. There was something in here, wasn't there? A shovel and a stick. Okay. We can take both of those. Shovels do have a chance of breaking.
Found something.
Oh, there's another trap. Another trap. Okay.
Nice and smooth.
Excellent. Is there anything here apart from a big white flower? Just a big white flower for now, I think. And speaking of flour, why, here's the watermill. And here's the miller. Let's say hello. His name is not Arthur. This fellow is ghost white with flour, as if he'd been rolling in it. He must be the town miller. The man attempts to dust off his hands, but only succeeds in creating a hazy cloud of dust. He takes a moment to stifle a sneeze before speaking. I sell wholesale. If you want flour, you'll have to buy it in town, like everyone else. I'm a wadelot, my child, not a baker. Then what do you want with me, sister? I pay my tithe and honour the dragon, same as any man of faith. Oh, nothing much. My, what a fine mill you have. Did you build it yourself? I had no hand in it. The mill is here thanks to my grandpop, Masburn. Praise the dragon, the old geezer was brighter than his kin. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, old Masburn was the youngest of 3 brothers. They lost everything when their village went up in flames. With nothing but the clothes on their backs, they hit the old dusty road, seeking fortune and all that bull. During their travels, the 3 rescued an ancient crone from a pack of snappers. He mines the beast's snapping jaws of his hands. Turns out she was a barbarian soothsayer, and as a gesture of gratitude, she revealed their fates. Why did the village burn down? I don't know. Probably because of a war, or maybe somebody forgot to douse the earth at the end of the day. He shrugs. Villages burn down all the time. Sounds like you're familiar with villages burning down. Anyway, I'd love to know what the... to know your own fate sounds more like a curse and a blessing. Hang on, we'll just gesture for him to continue this story. The witch whipped out a map and directed them to a certain spot where she said they'd find their true life's calling. He pauses dramatically. You guessed it. That spot was right here. And did they find their calling? More or less. They actually found a huge stone, round and flat, lying on a hillock and topped with all manner of weird crap. Ah, so it was like a millstone. Exactly. And sitting on top of it were a goblet engraved with a skull, a dagger covered in dried blood, and a leather-bound tome penned in an unfamiliar script. Dragon almighty, what a find! The oldest brother ran off with the dagger. It's said he turned highwayman until some hard boys from a big city caught up with him. He was boiled alive for his crimes. The middle brother took the book and skulked off to find a scholar who unravelled its secrets. It turned out to be a Quaffadian edition of Radler's 1001 beet recipes. I sense a fairy tale twist. Your grandfather took the stone instead of the goblet, didn't he? Yes, he did. Then he cleared a few acres by the river, got friendly with a nearby farm family, and they built this mill house together. That stone has been grinding grain into flour ever since. The end. Oh, but what about the goblet then? Oh, he pawned it. I mean, the thing was decorated with a gold leaf and it had a skull engraving to boot. You can get a decent amount of coin for something like that. Well, that's quite the tale. What would you say the story is worth? I think 5 dinars is fair. Well, you know what? Sure, let's pay the piper. Thanks. Is there anything else you need? I got caught up in our gabfest and I've still got a lot on my plate today. Well, maybe you could ask a few other questions. Nah, sister. The only thing that interests me is my mill. That's it. Well, you could at least tell me your name, child. Fucking hell, he sighs. Call me Dzirnor. Dzirnor. Is that J? I think it's J. There's no J in it. But Dzirnor. Alright then, see you around, Dzirnor. He immediately returns to what he was doing, and we may want to come see him at some point later, but for now let's just explore a bit. We can absolutely explore this mill, but we have no decent in-character reason to do so just yet. But oh look, another pearl. Excellent. There's no swine here to cast it before. They're a little bit further away, aren't they? They're all the way in town. The blacksmith doesn't have any. Let's just continue exploring along the shoreline for now. We have no reasons to suspect any wrongdoing in this mill. Nothing to explore. And here's another toilet with a chest beside it. What would be in a chest beside the shitter? Some incense and soap. That makes total sense. I suggest we leave it there so as not to inconvenience whoever needs to take a crap next.
Fine, I'll do it.
Oh, more flowers. Okay. We'll keep picking flowers and exploring. We've got ourselves a little dock here with a sinking boat and a fishing spot. Not being... Oh, and there's a giant spitting viper coming right for us. Look out, Ned. Let's fuck it up with some arrows. Or not, as the case may be. Wow. There we go. That's taken care of. We'll get some snake's fangs and rats, some big snake's fangs, mind.
Okay.
And we've reached the edge of the map, so let's explore this dock all the way to its end. There is a... What is that? Is that a torch or a... There is, and a chest, which is locked. Well, let's leave it locked then, because it's not ours. And it clearly belongs to someone. But for now, let's keep picking flowers and exploring the map. Clearing out these fields one by one. Oh, is that? That looks like a dead dagger tooth. Ooh, a rich dead dagger tooth at that. Oh, we've got ourselves a scarecrow there. Alright, okay. You win. I'm in field with you. It's like love, but a field. That was a song from the Goon Show. Oh, one of the reality songs. Let me guess, section from music. I don't know if it was famous for anyone else singing it. Anyway, well, alright. Okay. You win. I'm in love with you. Well, alright. Okay. You win. I'm in love with you. Baby, let me take you by the hand. Oh, wait, was it in Flywheel, Shyster and Flywheel instead? I can't remember. Right, what do we got here then? A Terrastadian hat, which gives +10 bluff. Maybe we should wear this kind of hat and look like some kind of witch hunter from a 1960s film. Or not. Let's take it off. There we go. Maybe another time. So that is a hat that is absolutely of no benefit to any companion characters, and these wild dogs are going to be, well, they're absolutely feral. I think they've been killing the dagger fangs and are indeed a far more serious threat to us. We're going to get bottlenecked if we're not careful. Let us absolutely get a bit of accuracy. Get our shield up. Okay. Let's just back off then. And if you can get in there and mash that one. Oh, okay. Just share the damage around a bit. Uh-oh, stripped of armor, that can't be good. Oh, you know what? That's a negative condition. Oh, him as well. That's harsh. Oh, bloody hell. Okay.
Let the hunt begin.
You know what? She is rather badly hurt. Can we... Oh, we can. Excellent. Get it. Now then. Can we... No, she's too far away. Okay. How about yourself? Oh, yeah. Now he can do that. Excellent. Well, he's not wounded anymore. We know there's a dog coming round. For now, let's just... clear the way through for everyone. Okay, ouch. Yeah, you coming back to fight then or what? Excellent. Well then. Let's give it the old 1-2. Get both skills 2 and 3 going. And smack it. Smack the bitch up. Look, it may be a bitch, it may be a male dog. Who knows? It got smacked, that's all that matters. And we'll shoot some arrows. You know what, that one's out in the open. It'll do. And once again, we continue to deplete our stock of ammunition. Ow.
It's rather awkward, but I think I'm dying.
Yeah, spread that damage. Right. Again, I remind myself there is an inn. A merry old inn beneath the old grey hill. And there they brew a beer so brown the man in the moon himself came down one night to drink his fill. And if you've only watched the films, you don't know where that song is from. Okay. Excellent. And we'll give those recovered arrows back. All 4 of them. Damn, we know she used a lot more than 4. Oh, up to 10. Now we do have 25 bog iron arrows, but we may need to actually make some copper arrows just to stay in business.
Nice and smooth.
Absolutely nothing. Oh, cart. Cart with sack. Sack cart. What do you got, sack cart? Oh, bandages. Excellent. You know what, we'll give them to Voodoo Kid. Some healing salve. And antidotal powder. Okay. Maybe the antidotal powder shouldn't go to the knight who can cure any condition. We'll pop that there. But, you know what? No. Bandages near the tail end first. We should probably think about our health before... Oh, whoa! Fucking hell! No! Bollocks! Well, shit. Oh no, fuck off!
What do you want?
You have my ear.
Right. Oh, come on. Seriously. Right, fine. Fuck it. We're going to rest out here.
You can count on me.
Look, come on.
What is it you require?
Hell.
I'm at your disposal.
His powers of recovery are remarkable, however.
Fine, I'll do it.
Do not want to have to do that, but here we are. Right. Brother Gintar, the... What? Insurmountable, insurpassable. He's pretty solid. I don't know why he couldn't use his skill on himself earlier, but he can really use it now. I tried to click on the trap to disarm it, and they just stomped over it instead. So there is plenty of dragon leaf here in the woods for making that potion. Oh, there's also something else just here. A worn knife.
Okay.
I'm not sure if someone was trying to conduct some kind of ritual there, or maybe having a bit of a picnic. This chest is pretty far, actually, from the camp, so
It's locked.
it's locked, unsurprisingly. Let's get that thing open then. It looks like no one's come back to reclaim it
What's
from the
over
ruins of this wagon. Ooh, firecracker. Throwing. Presumably ranged attacks. An alembic. Okay. And a mortar and pestle. And a hollow tree stump with a snake in it. Oh no! Well, we ain't going anywhere, but neither's the snake. Come on, kid. Smack that snake.
Stand and
Spank the snake. Teach it respect. The snake has been well and truly defeated, and oh, she's overburdened. Okay, lady, give him the snake eggs. And the knife. And give her the fangs. Why not? Oh goodness, that's a lot of leather. Okay, well that's helped lighten her load a bit. Removes confusion, so not an ingredient. Because it would say so otherwise. Right. Okay. No, you know what? We'll explore this way. Nothing yet, but we are continuing our exploration.
I think I found something.
Was that a woodpecker? In the forest? I think it was. Okay. Let me guess. A locked chest? A very locked chest. Okay. Can we remove that locked condition?
Oh yeah.
We can. Ooh. A sword hilt. 3 pieces of bog iron. And a whetstone. Okay, well now
I'm on it.
we can seriously consider doing some crafting. We've already got a bog iron sword made. So we can make a dagger. Or save it for an iron sword. Not that we have the skill to craft iron weapons and armour just yet. But hey, and yes, we are blatantly exploring the map around here. Got a bit more dragon leaf.
Nice and smooth.
So if we hadn't gathered plenty of dragon leaf already before coming here, we could have found it in the surrounding area. Oh, more dragon leaf. Excellent. There is enough around the camp to get the 5 dragon leaf he requires. There might be exactly 5 around the camp. I can't remember. But hey, let's just
spotted something.
oh, hope it's not a snake. It's not a snake, at least. Okay, it's more flubberflies. Obviously, at this point, the murder investigation is not going too well. But that attack went extremely well. And you know what? She's bleeding. Stop bleeding. He's going to shout you into not bleeding this. Oh. There we go. Now let us explore this field. Oh look, there's a lot of dagger fangs over there. Let's go get their attention. Come and fight us, massive horde of dagger fangs. We got weapons and training and everything. We're allegedly dangerous. I mean, we're like cocksure and everything, you know. I mean, not really, but we can try, right? Oh, come on, you lot. Just mass behind them like anything with a brain and follow through. Rather than acting like a 1980s computer game where they have to use all their movement points, and if they can't come through, they'll waste them going in the opposite direction. Or trying to find a way around. Okay, well, you can move up to there. Go on, flying kick the motherfucker. Because it's right on the ground, and yeah. Okay, can we get in there and chop this one up? Yes, we can. It's like Bob the Builder, but with weapons. Let's add violence to the situation and try and get rid of this broodmother. And then there should only be a few of them left over there to come fight us. Come on, you lot. You coming back now? Good. I mean, might as well wait for you. It's a long way to come. You know what? That's good. Uh-huh. Could have boosted his dodge, but they're going to spend so many stamina points arriving they won't get many attacks in. Next turn will be another matter. You know what? Ooh, let's take a shot. Good stuff. We're going to be so low on arrows. Can you fit through? You can. Excellent. Well, okay then. Let's smack it. Mac the rat again, please. Excellent stuff. And can you stomp this one into the ground? That'd be excellent. Right. We'll have all these things. And this. But wait, there's more. Oh, we've found another chest.
It's locked.
It's locked. We fortunately have an expert in the opening of locks.
I'm good, huh?
Oh, okay. Bog iron dagger blade. Okay, okay. We're making a bog iron dagger then by the look of it. It's almost like the game wants us to be full of dagger components. And we got ourselves another scarecrow. And this one has, oh, some volcanic clay, feathers, and leather straps. You know what? That's all crafting components. There we go.
Shiny.
Ooh. Glad someone spotted that. Looks like it was Lyris just before she blundered into it. Right then. And here we are back at the... Wow. Start of the map.
Look, there's something over there.
So many traps in the fields. So we've got ourselves a leather shield we can pick up. And nothing else. Right. Well now. These fields also warrant some exploring, I'll wager. For now though, let's divest ourselves of some more burdens. And yet we'll absolutely be going to sell some of these things soon. Okay, that's plenty of stuff. And you know what? She can carry some herbs for a while. And we're definitely reducing our burden. That's excellent. You know what? Someone else can carry this for a bit. What do we got over here?
I think I found something.
Ooh, double trap. This area is pretty lethal to the unwary. Let's get back on the path for a moment. Oh, another scarecrow. What do you got for us? Feathers and leather straps, we can take those. And in this field, oh look! There's a man surrounded by dagger fangs, and they do not look pleased to see us. Is he some kind of strange witch who controls them? Or is he scared for his life? And we've come to his rescue. Well, either way, these things are going to fight us anyway. So, let's play the game. Kick it! Kick it!
You'll regret facing me.
Backflip. Oh, we don't have enough. Okay, just get it. Alright, alright. We can reach this one. Good stuff. Arrows then, I suppose. Oof, all 5 of them. Yeah, we'll be on the bog iron arrows soon at this rate. What's it doing? It's not calling for help. Okay. Oh, there's a second one. Excellent. More fighting. Lady, I'd suggest switching to dagger, but for now, just keep a lookout in case there's any more.
This one's mine.
Brother Gintar, you know the deal. Your axe strikes true. Excellent, or excellent if you wish. Terrible pun, but there we go. After mopping his sweaty brow with one sleeve, the fellow performs a ceremonious bow. Your arrival was perfectly timed. A moment later and those overgrown rodents would have devoured me like a wheel of Kudonian cheese. Oh, I don't doubt it. What were you doing here anyway? I was on my way to pick some herbs in the nearby woods when those creatures jumped me as if out of nowhere. A harrowing experience, I must say, almost as hair-raising as the time we camped near that dormant volcano. Wait, a dormant volcano? Yes, it's among the mountains west of Swordhaven. The area is called the Forgotten Canyons. Quite the name, right? I had the displeasure of staying with my caravan once. This ending sentence in no, this is not a very English thing. It reeks of translation. It's a very sort of Spanish or Italian thing. And I've noticed a lot of Americans using it recently. In English, you would end that sentence with yes or right. You know, quite the name, right? Quite the name, yeah? You know what I mean? But instead they go like, is it not so? And they translate it into English as just no. And it feels very odd. It's like, you assert something, then you just go no at the end of it. It's like, is this one of those jokes where you just shout not at the end? You know. I had the displeasure of staying there with my caravan once. When nightfall came, our native guide said he'd spotted someone watching us from the rocks, and lo! As we hurried to break camp, the moon slipped from behind the clouds to reveal dark figures standing atop the cliffs. We drove our horses near to death, galloping away from that accursed place. He shivers. That's enough spooky stories for now. Interesting, and we will actually be visiting that dormant volcano area later on, and maybe meeting some of those shadowy figures. Well, I'm glad I was able to help you. Not as glad as I am. Allow me. He removes a silver ring from his wedding finger and hands it to you. Bloody hell. This little piece will earn you a few coins next time you visit the bazaar. And on that note, it's time I was on my way. I've had my fill of adventures for one day. Besides, I need to change into a clean pair of trousers. He tips his hat. Fare thee well. We'll watch him go. The fellow hastily retreats towards a road, and we'll never meet him again. But we did get a level. Now, this level we will gain an ability point. So we will want 50 in bladed weapons, or to invest in another weapon. So let's get 4 points here. We also want to try and get persuasion up to 75 as soon as we can. Let's try and get intimidation up to... bloody hell. That's a lot of points to get it up to... Oh, okay. Well, it's up to 1 now, and we don't seem to be able to go back down as low as it was again. Outdoorsmanship, sure, we could put a point in there. Let's put a... Ooh. Haggling, medicine... Let's go. Sure, we'll put a point in haggling. There we go. Ability points. We can get double trouble, attack twice. Extra stamina points cost 25. So 125% stamina cost for 200% attacks. Or bounce back. Extra stamina cost plus 25%. After attacking the target of your choosing, attempt to auto-attack the next viable targets. Attack everything in a circle with a 5-foot step radius. I think this can include friends as well. So this is attack the same target twice. This is attack multiple targets. Let's go with focused attacks on the one target for now. We can split into bounce back because we're going to need, what, 100 for... the next abilities. There we go. Excellent stuff. Brother Gintar will be catching up with us soon. Voodoo Kid much sooner. And Lyris has obviously got a long way to go.
Nice and smooth.
Wait, there's let's just get that cleared out. There we go. So we know these creatures are in hiding nearby, plentiful in this area, and there's a load more. Bring it on! We do have a nice higher health total, so that's good. We just need to survive this onslaught of dagger fangs. I love the way that one just ran into a trap for us. And something I should have done earlier, obviously, is, there we go, hotkey our new skill. And why not give it a try? Look, we got one hit in, that's good enough. And let's make a little space. Okay, how many can you... Oh yes, group kick. Great stuff. We're not going to get any more, so just +6 dodge chance. Again, it's not much, but it's something. Can we strike at this one? Yep. Lyris, get that dagger out. Oh, you can make it there. Go for it. You stab, girl. You stab and slice away. And that level has occurred. You know what? Let's search their bodies. We'll give these to someone capable of carrying them. And on this cart there is an empty bottle and a picnic blanket. A picnic basket. Okay.
What have we got here?
The picnic basket has quite a lot. Let's take all that. Bloody hell!
I'm at your disposal.
Mate. There we go, that's much better.
You need something?
Now he was looking for herbs by the edge of this forest, and oh look, here's one. You'll also notice that, you know, the last episode I was exploring here, saying I wanted to clear this side of the forest on the map, and now I'm clearing t'other. T'other side. And Voodoo Kid is... Ooh, let's just clear that out. Is gaining a level, and we know what he's going to be doing. So, for him, we want to be looking at a 75 in martial arts. However, there are lower level skills we could invest in, and some of them are quite tasty, such as swing or twin hooks. Interestingly, unarmed is still available when he is equipped with the Bog Iron Gauntlet, which however also allows him to perform these brass knuckles skills. So we could get 4 points in here quite easily, but we also want to be hitting 75 in crafting as soon as possible. That's probably going to be level 5. How about we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because we could easily wait 2 levels to get this, but if we just get this now while we need to, we then pump crafting up. If we take all these out, 4 points isn't going to get us to 75 anyway. This is my gut feeling. We go with this distribution for now. And then we take twin hooks. You attack twice, deal minimum weapon damage, target's damage threshold is ignored. Because his minimum weapon damage is 7 whole points. And if we're ignoring damage threshold of that attack, we're getting some big thumps in. So I'm just going to pop that down there. There we go. Okay, Brother Gintar, you have a little catching up to do. I'm sure it will occur eventually.
Fine, I'll do it.
For now, though, let's just continue searching for herbs. And we will, of course, notice that this is a familiar area by this point. Oh, look, another sort of picnic spot.
I think I found something.
You did indeed. Let's disarm those before we blunder into them. Plus, we get experience points for every trap we disarm, which is always a good thing. So, what's in this large sack, I wonder? Some dice and chewing leaves. More chewing leaves. I think I know who should carry those. We got some herbs, some dinars. 17, in fact. Excellent. We got a scarecrow. What you got? A stick and... oh, a hemp bowstring. Okay. Okay. Right, we are definitely getting somewhere now. Let's just continue exploring a bit, because we can get a little bit more over here, can't we? And then we will have explored this side of town fairly thoroughly. I think there is some rope there, we could take it. There's also a well. You know what? Let's have a sip or two. Before you stands a simple well with a wooden bucket. A good place to quench one's thirst. Let's drink from the well. The water doesn't have any aftertaste and seems clean enough. As a matter of fact, you feel positively refreshed. No time to prance around the waterhole though. Duty calls, and we've each got 5 health back though, so that's something. Now, if she's going to get 56 from this level, think what Gintar's going to get. He's going to be like 58, 59, isn't he? That's going to be excellent. Perhaps we should prioritise crafting some arrows. Creating arrows is very expensive though. So maybe Lyrish should be investing in some knife skills next time we level. I am liking the way the map is looking at the moment, however. Our exploration is going well. Our investigation, not quite so much. That's going to take a little more work. But if we visit the forge, we should at least be able to replace her dagger. We do have a new patch today, by the way. Unfortunately, the patch notes revealed that this game might have something in common with the end of Might and Magic 6, and even more importantly, the end of Might and Magic 7. We shall have to wait and see how that plays out. So, weapons, dagger, we got the parts. How does it compare? Right, I'll just go like that. Okay, fine. Okay. Better in every way. So, extra point of damage across the board. 477. Oh yeah, much better. Okay. And we can just blatantly go like that as well. Oi. There we go. Right. So. Let us... The thing is, if we keep selling these things to him... Oh, wait, how much bog iron do we have now? 3. So we could absolutely make that mace. It would be slightly better than this one. Wouldn't necessarily compare too well to the Sluriamax, but we could start using active combat skills again. Let's just trade. He's only got 46 coins left, so maybe we should wait in case some glue becomes available. and do most of the trading with the herbalist in town for healing supplies. We don't need that stick, it's not a crafting component. That dagger can go as well. We can absolutely buy more crafting tools. I am holding on to this money because I know we need quite a lot to make it across the river.
I'm on it.
However, we should go find that out for ourselves. Probably do that in the next episode. I reckon if we head back to town now... I mean, it is... You know what, it's getting on in the afternoon. Sure. We can continue our investigation in the village before it gets too dark. For now, though, I think I'm going to end the episode here. There is another well just here. And here we have the inn, where one of our witnesses resides. For now, though, I think I'm going to leave this episode here. I hope you've all enjoyed this one, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the very next episode. I'll say goodbye for now, though, and go and wet my throat. And I'll look forward to seeing you all in the very next episode. Cheerio, everyone, and see you all soon.